Hello there, good morning. You're watching Market Cafe on ET Now with me, Snehisha, and with me is Shreyansi Singh. Now, this is a show where we'll be taking you through everything that's been happening on and off the street in India as well as globally post-market close yesterday. Bring you up to speed with your dose of morning news as well. But on that note, let's kickstart the show. Take a look at what the global markets have been doing. And Shreyansi, yet another very good day coming in for Wall Street.
Well, absolutely. Good morning, Sneha. And it does look like there's some gas left in the tank when it comes to the Wall Street, because when you take a look at the move coming in for the US markets, it's quite the good move coming in. The three major averages saw solid gains. So whether you talk about the S&P 500, the Nasdaq Composite, both of them scored those new closing records as well. And Dow Jones also closed above 45,000 for the first time. So that's the kind of move that you're looking at when you take a look at Wall Street. So quite a good day in trade coming in right there. But investors are of course awaiting key economic data that's set to be released this week as well. So you do have initial jobless claims data for the week ending November 30th. That is scheduled to be released on Thursday as well, US time. And additionally, you also have non-farm payrolls data for the month of November that is also due out on Friday morning as well. So that is also a data set that we're watching out for. Now, you do have Fed funds futures trading suggesting a 78% likelihood that the central bank will be trimming rates by a quarter point at its December 17 to 18 meeting, but they also imply a nearly 64% probability that policymakers will be holding steady in January according to the CME FedWatch tool. So that's the kind of expectation that we have. We'll also get you some comments coming in from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell as well. And of course, Powell's commentary is key to watch out for in terms of what comes out of this particular meeting as well. But meanwhile, you do have more earnings reports that are also scheduled to be released on Thursday before the bell, the likes of Dollar General, Ulta Beauty as well. So those are the kind of companies that you're looking at in terms of the ones that are on the deck to report their earnings. But a very great day in trade coming in for Wall Street, Sneha.
Coming in for Wall Street, that rally for S&P and Nasdaq keeps continuing. There's new highs coming in every day. But that, let's also shift focus, talk about some commodities then, and let's start by talking about oil, because oil futures slipped last night as traders awaited an imminent OPEC plus decision on supply, while a larger than expected draw in US crude stockpiles last week lent some support to price. Let's take a look at what WTI and crude are up to as we speak, and you have some good moves coming on this front, because you have WTI at $68.7 per barrel right now, a 0.2% uptick coming on this front. Brent, however, sitting comfortably above that $72 per mark, 72.5 thereabouts is where Brent is right now, a 0.1% uptick coming in on that front as well. Now remember, on Tuesday, Brent posted its biggest gain in 2 weeks, rising by 2.5%. The market was on tenterhooks with investors focused on the upcoming OPEC plus meeting. And remember, this Organization of Petrol and Exporting Countries and its allies in OPEC Plus meeting today are likely to extend output cuts until the end of the first quarter of next year. OPEC Plus has been looking to phase out supply cuts through next year. This is the word that we've been hearing for quite some time now. But if you take a look at the US crude stocks, they fell more than expected last week as refiners ramped up operations. This is what the IEA has said. Gasoline and distillate stockpiles rose by more than expected during the week. A shaky ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah, South Korea's curtailed declaration of martial law, and a rebel offensive in Syria also threatens to draw in forces from several oil-producing countries. All of this has led support to oil prices. But let's keep it going with oil, and we'll come back and take a look at what gold is up to, because gold is also rebound on benign US payroll data. But on that note, let me also take it across to my colleague Ashesha, who's joining us bright and early this morning to tell us what we can expect to hear from the OPEC Plus meet today. Ashesha, good morning.
Well, yes, all eyes will be on OPEC Plus outcome, which is expected to come in later today. Remember, the meeting was originally scheduled to happen on the 1st of December, which was later postponed. And the main agenda of the meeting is to review supply for 2025. Expectations are that production revival is expected to be postponed yet again by another 3 months. Now, production revival of about 180,000 barrels was expected to come in every day from January 2025, but this is expected to be postponed yet again by another 3 months. Now, demand continues to remain a concern. Remember, China is the biggest importer of crude oil, and there are demand concerns from China, because of which OPEC Plus has been postponing output revival for quite some time, which is expected to come in this time around as well. Remember, if at all it comes through, this will be the third consecutive pause by the oil producing group. And apart from demand concerns, remember, apart from OPEC, several other countries are also boosting their output. So several reasons why OPEC Plus has been compelled to review their production cut and delay their production cut. So yes, all eyes will be on OPEC Plus meeting, outcome of which is expected to come in later today.
Well, absolutely, Ashisha. Thanks for that update coming in on that OPEC Plus meeting. So that is definitely something that we're watching out for, at least when it comes to the oil markets. But let's get you a list of...
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.